Wow, hatless today.
Atlas today. I tested you. I didn't respond to your text this morning.
Right.
And I wanted to see if you'd freak out, and you didn't. And
Nope.
you know what? You passed the test.
Well, because you explained. You explained to me, and that's all you have to do. Like, that's the thing. That's the thing about good coaching, is that if you explain it once, then hopefully the pupil will listen and learn from it. So I wasn't going to harass you anymore.
I love it. I love you, man.
That's all right. And big news, just on the personal front, we're going to dinner this weekend.
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
We have 2 dinners set up.
Actually, 3. I did one for Friday, one for Saturday, and then you did one for Saturday. So
the more the merrier.
2 of the 3.
I love it.
Oh, my gosh. All right. Let's start it off. Astros v. Dodgers in L.A. It's the first time they're going to play in Los Angeles in front of fans since we found out about the cheating scandal. Do you think this adds any extra oomph to the Dodgers tonight, the players?
You know, I was going to say, no, not really. It's more of just 2 really good teams going at it. But then I started reading some of these quotes, from Betts and from Scherzer, and none of these guys were there in 2017, but They're like, we're ready for war. So, I know the crowd's going to be there today. I know that's going to be an electric atmosphere, not only because of all that, but, really, like I said, these are juggernaut teams. We got McCullers versus Buehler, which is, boner jams.
Good one.
2021. And then tomorrow, Odorizzi, my boy, versus Scherzer. So this is going to be an electric atmosphere. I can't wait to watch it. But I do think the guys are juiced up too, man.
Do you think that it's subsided at all since the Dodgers won their ring last year and most of those guys ended up getting some hardware?
I think it has for sure, just on a personal level. The 2 teams don't necessarily like each other when they play. There has been some stuff going on, but I just think that's more of on a competitive level. But look, we mention it all the time. The media always brings it up, so it's always going to be there in their mind.
Yeah. And Dave Roberts better get Joe Kelly in the game at least once over the next 2 nights. That's mandatory. I would actually treat it like it's a spring training game where you start your relievers. So let him throw the first inning, and then I'd bring Walker Buehler out. You
get an ovation, that's for sure.
Yeah. This means significantly more to the fans and I think the media than it does to the Dodger players.
Yeah.
I think for the Dodger players, they're looking at it as though we're playing a damn good team. Yeah, we don't like them, but we're still trailing the Giants by 3.5 or whatever it is, for what our first step is in retaining our championship. So they could be playing the Astros tonight or just another great team, and they would fight just as hard. I think there's, in my opinion, at least from the outside, when people say that players care more about a particular game than any other one, does that really happen that often?
Not really for the reasons that, the media will talk about. Usually it's just about some, off the field thing or maybe, a couple balls up and in, a couple bean batters. That'll get you fired up a little bit. Or if a team has just gotten the best of you and you're sick of it, maybe they've talked a little smack, something like that. But usually, like you say, man, you're preparing. It's such a marathon, dude. I know it's cliche, but you have to kind of be as even keel as possible.
Do you think that an Astros batter gets plunked?
Probably. I don't think on purpose. No one's thrown at anybody on purpose.
That's the question I've got. I will be watching every pitch over the next 2 nights. I'll be fascinated by it.
For sure. I think these are going to be some of the higher viewed games of the year, I believe.
Yeah, they should be. They're going to be great. I hope everybody is excited there in the chat for it. I think it's going to be great theater, and it's 2 great teams. Let's not lose sight of that. When there's 2 great teams playing, I get super excited. When you add this extra layer on.
Scherzer's pitching for the Dodgers.
I know. That's going to be crazy.
What the hell, dude?
Don't worry. We'll get to that on tomorrow's show. But I want to remind everybody that today's Instagram Live is presented to you by our good friends over at Manscaped. They've been working on this new version of the Manscaped. It's the Lawnmower 4.0, so it gets all those hard-to-reach places. Plus, here's the nice thing about it, guys. It's waterproof.
It's true.
And we've all done this before, and you get nicked and you get tugged and pulled and you're like, damn, this shit hurts. It does not hurt with the Manscaped 4.0. So just keep that in mind.
And there's a flashlight. At least mine does.
It does. It's got a flashlight on it. So that way you don't have to hold your phone in one hand and your Manscaped in the other. It's a 2-for-1 deal. So don't worry, they're taking care of you. Plus, if you go to manscaped.com and use the code word ROSE, you get 20% off plus free shipping. So go do that. You get the Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer. You get the Weed Whacker ear and nose hair trimmer. I've got major problems with that, so I use it all the time. The Crop Preserver ball deodorant, the Crop Reviver toner, plus 2 free great gifts, the Performance Boxer briefs, which Michelle loves, by the way. She's like, those things fit you great. I was like, yeah, baby, they do. And the Shed travel bag. So go out and get yours today. It is manscaped.com. Use the code word ROSE. You get 20% off plus free shipping. Take care of your boys.
Did Michelle really say that, though?
What's that?
That you look good in the boxers?
She actually does.
Okay.
She's like, those look nice.
I'm going to ask her.
You totally can. And I guarantee you, she won't even be a bottle of wine in yet before you ask her, and she gives you the right response. Thank you. I won't even tell her you're going to ask her, okay?
Please don't.
Thank you. Let's get back to the task at hand. Mets lost their series opener in Miami, while the Phils came back with a 5 spot in the 9th, and they beat up on Washington. So New York's lead in the NL East is down to 2.5 over Philly. I think it's 3.5 over Atlanta. 2 months to go. Give me the team to beat in that division.
I think it's the Phillies. I really do. I mean, they made the move to better their team. The Mets obviously did with Baez, but then found out some bad news about DeGrom. I guess we're going to have to see where that lies, right? He's not confirmed out yet, right? We're still waiting.
No, he's not. But you just hit it on the head. We're so enamored with, oh my God, Javi Baez is going to get to play with Francisco Lindor when Lindor comes back in a couple of weeks. Yes, Carlos Carrasco is back, and when he's healthy, he is a mid to top of the rotation starter. But nobody can replace Jacob DeGrom. We can understand that. They did not make a move to go get that guy. Now, maybe they went after Scherzer. We had heard that there were rumblings there. We both agreed that there was going to be an NL East premium on something like that if that happened. But, I mean, Barrios, Kyle Gibson, somebody that could have helped them. Because right now they've got too many guys coming out there every 5 days where you're like, can you get us to the 5th?
And the schedule's much easier for the Phillies. We had a great post on our socials about there's a really tough stretch for the Mets. They go Dodgers, Giants, Dodgers, Giants.
Yeah.
It's really tough.
It is.
So, if I'm looking at it right now and kind of just projecting, Phillies look good. They've had some come from behind wins. Backyard Brad is like sneaky killing it this year.
Yep.
Gibby looked really good. So, Harper's looking great.
Well, and we'll probably talk specifically about Harper, if not tomorrow, some point this week. If they end up winning this division, and he has a substantial role in it, and if Tatis does not come back, I was thinking to myself, well, who's going to end up winning this MVP for the first 3 months? We were like, DeGrom or Tatis. Neither of them could play a role in their teams down the stretch. So then where do you go? And Bryce Harper is going to be a name that you're going to have to pay attention to. I know that we don't really think about him until, the only thing we care about is if he wins the World Series or not to justify his 13-year contract.
I don't think like that. Don't let me into all that shit.
Okay, you're right. But there's a lot of people who do. You would agree to that.
Yeah, but if they do that, then I think they're stupid. Like, this guy's a world-class player. I mean, look at what he's done. He's got a 416 OBP this year, career 389. Like, the guy's a banger. Like, we give him so much crap. The guy is good for the game. He works hard. He went to Philly, planted freaking roots there, wants to win there. I love Bryce, man. Like, you can't.
I'm a big fan.
Yeah, so that's all nonsense. This guy's doing everything the right way.
Okay. Hey, we never talked about this after the trade deadline because we didn't have time. The emotional toll dealt to the Cubs fan base and the Nats fan base. Within the last 5 years, they both won World Series, and now they've been stripped down to the bone. Which fan base do you feel worse for after trade deadline Friday?
I don't really feel bad for either of the fan bases.
That's the correct answer.
I don't. They both got championships.
Exactly.
They both got to see their guys around for a lot longer than other fan bases. And there is a time where it kind of happens like this, and at least in today's game. So to have Scherzer come there and do what he did, bring him the championship, which, by the way, was an awesome championship for the Nationals.
Hell yes,
and then the Cubs breaking the curse. Like, those are two amazing championship runs. Just hang on to those memories a little bit and give your guys some time.
If you were to have asked Cubs fans before the season, do you think you're going to hang on to all those guys? The answer would have been no. The answer now, was I a little surprised it didn't hang on to either Baez or Rizzo? Yes.
Yeah,
I really thought
Rizzo could come back.
They could totally come back. But
yeah.
I thought that one of those deals would have gotten done by now.
Sure.
I was surprised that one of them didn't. You're right. You gave the perfect answer, man. You got your World Series. And for the Cubs in particular, they did a great job of keeping that team together.
They did.
You know who didn't produce? The players and the manager. Everything was right there for the taking. They even brought in Yu Darvish, right, who ended up struggled out of the gate there on the north side, but then turned into a Cy Young caliber pitcher. And they kept going down, down, down in the standings and every year in the playoffs.
Look, and like they knew this was coming. When you deal Yu Darvish in the offseason, you're basically like saying, it's probably not going to happen for you guys.
Right.
So enjoy the championships, all right?
Yeah. Cool little thing. Go to JOMBOY Media. Go to one of our social pages. It's on Instagram. I saw it there. I saw it on Twitter as well. That there was a kid that yelled in Washington as Gene Segura is hitting, I think, in the 9th inning. Hey, what's your favorite ice cream? And he goes, vanilla, right before ripping a game-tying hit. Could you hear fans when you were in the batter's box?
I mean, you can hear it, but it doesn't process necessarily. Gene is such a good hitter. Like, he's a natural dude. He really is. It's funny to see him in that regard because it was like a pressure-packed situation. And he smiled because I think he's like, this kind of helped me. Like, it cleared his mind a little bit. Then he waxed that ball into right center. So, I mean, you could hear stuff, Chris, in my experience, but like again, it just doesn't process because you're so laser focused on what's happening in front of you. But then, like you saw with Gene, sometimes it's good to like get out of that laser focus and just relax a little bit. So, pretty cool video.
Oh, I loved it. I thought it was great. And I used to yell at when I was extremely immature. I used to yell at players all the time in every sport to see if they would answer me or say anything. And
did they?
The closest I ever got, it was great. I had floor seats for a Cavs-Bulls playoff game. So this is when
you're real close.
Yes. And I took a sign with me that said NBA traveling rule, Jordan 5 steps, rest of NBA 2. And I'm holding it as the Bulls are all coming out. And Charles Oakley, who actually grew up in Cleveland, Ohio, and was one tough MF, looks at the sign, looks at me. I'm probably 16. And he goes, bullshit. And I was like, oh, God. Oh, God.
16-year-old zeros.
Even better, Brad Doherty, who was the all-star center for the Cavs, goes over to Jordan since they played at Carolina. They were buddies. Taps Jordan on the shoulder, grabs the referee. This is while they're warming up, just screwing around before the game. Points to my sign, and they all start laughing. I was like, yes.
I can imagine a little 16-year-old
little pudgy Rose out there.
Oh, my. Floor seats, though, at 16?
Well, yeah, that was courtesy of Norty Rose. He hooked me up.
Okay, I see
Hooked me up one day. We didn't have him constantly. He had a friend who had floor seats and had 2 extra. So
I love that you brought a sign when you were on the floor.
Hell yes. Why not? It was great. All right, last one. A lot of animal fun out there on Monday, huh? We saw the praying mantis on the hat of Victor Robles, not only in the dugout, but he took him out to center field for a while. But was that better than the great cat caper in the Bronx that lasted for a few minutes?
I like the praying mantis better. I feel like they were connecting. I think that's beautiful sometimes, Chris, when nature connects with the human, especially under the bright lights like that. Now, I didn't see afterwards. Did he know it was on there?
I never noticed if he did.
I didn't see any press conference where he talked about it or anything. So it stayed on there for a while. You jog out to the outfield,
might still be on there.
That is a connection. And I enjoy that sometimes. And cats are cats are shady, bro.
So, you're not a cat guy, are you?
I'm not a cat guy.
See,
I respect cats.
You respect cats.
Yeah.
I felt so bad for that cat when they all surrounded it and they kind of huddled under the arch of the wall there in the corner in left field. Like, I was like, I can't watch this.
Yeah.
And Michelle goes, they're not going to hurt the thing. I was like, but I can't take it. I can't take it. Like, I don't want to watch this anymore. And then whoever was in the Orioles bullpen wouldn't open the goddamn door.
That was my friend Plutko. They told him he couldn't.
That was Pletko?
They said, don't open it.
They said, don't open it?
Yes, he was put on his IG. He's like, man, I wanted to open the door for the cat, but they said I couldn't.
Why? I don't understand.
I don't know, dude.
It doesn't make
Maybe they didn't
any
want him to
sense.
get in the bullpen and start, like, you know.
That's ridiculous. All right.
Apparently in the chat, they said Robles did know. So, like, maybe he was like, listen, little praying mantis, let's go for a ride, you know?
Mm-hmm. Cute. I loved it. I thought it was fun. Very quickly, this is one of my favorite hats. I've been getting a ton of them from the minor leagues. This is from the Jersey Shore Blue Claws. They are the High A affiliate of the Philadelphia Phillies. I want to thank my man Greg, who's the director of communications, for sending this one out. We've got all the appropriate information there in the chat. Check out our YouTube channel. It'll be out there on our social media channels as well. It's really, really a good look. I love it. I like
it. That's the new High A team for the Phillies?
I believe so. So, yeah. Isn't that a good look?
I like it. It's a cool hat.
Yeah, it's a great one. I love the color, too, man. You don't get a lot of yellow like that. It's sweet stuff. And it goes great with my blue and my hazel eyes. What do you have coming up on JOMBOY Media? Do we have a sequence out?
New sequence out today. We're talking about Barrios. A couple different at-bats he had. Really nasty two-pitch sequence with Taylor. Toronto debut, man. Did great. I have my Cole Tucker
that's so
Kissy shirt. A man. And then I'm going out today. We're pre-recording our episode for tomorrow, talking baseball.
Okay. All right.
What about you?
Brian Wilson episode got a lot of chat yesterday. If you haven't seen it yet, do yourself a favor. As Brian would say, you're welcome.
You're welcome.
It was a ton of fun to do. We've heard a lot of positive response. I am taping an interview today with Jonathan India of the Cincinnati Reds.
Boy.
What'd you say?
He's a hot boy.
I'll pass that along.
Yeah.
You're NL Rookie of the Month for July. Right now, just so that people understand, we're kind of in a weird situation with our co-hosts right now. Glasnow's about to have surgery. It was Steven Brault's turn in the rotation, but I wanted to hold him until after he makes his season debut, and that's happening tomorrow. So I didn't want to have him come on today. And we'll be taping an episode with him on Friday, and we're trying for a guest with him. So it's just going to be the two of us, myself and Jonathan India, and you'll still get a great interview. He'll be a ton of fun. I've heard really good things about the kid.
Yeah, tell him that he'll most likely be on our Hot Boy list, our second half Hot Boy list. We're about to start putting it together right now. So,
okay,
just let him know. It's an honor, Chris. It's a freaking honor. Is there anything
he can do to improve his standing on the Hot Boy list?
No, I mean get a bigger contract. We take that. He's a rookie. We take that under consideration.
Nothing he can do.
Nothing he can do.
He's not even arbitration eligible for a couple of years. So
yeah.
Why don't you slow your roll a little bit?
I'm just saying it counts. Okay.
Okay. Go out, manscaped.com, use the code word ROSE for 20% off and free shipping. Go take care of yourself. That special someone in your life would love you. All right, Plouffe, hatless today. Rose with the Jersey Shore Blue Claws, the High A affiliate of the Philadelphia Phillies. Enjoy Dodgers, Astros, or whatever you're watching tonight. We'll be back here again on Wednesday. I can't wait.
I'm excited. See you then.
We might go a little bit early, actually, because I had to move my workout up tomorrow.
Just let me know, man. You know me.
I'll text you. Everybody have a great day.
Later. See you, Rosie.